Yamato was the largest battleship in history, set to dominate the Pacific in World War II. But as air power took control, the massive battleship was destroyed and sunk by U.S. Navy fighter bombers and torpedo bombers. The ship took 2,498 of its crew with it, to the loss of only 10 U.S. aircraft and only 12 airmen. This marked the end of the battleship's domination in naval warfare, as doctrine shifted more towards aircraft carriers, with the battle proving that aircraft held a massive advantage over massive battleships. And today we're going to try to recreate that battle as much as possible. I did some research heavily into this battle, and there was the battleship Yamato, and it had an escort of 1 light cruiser, which we have here today, and 8 destroyers, also here today. This is relying heavily on mods and skins, unfortunately, as the World War II Pacific has not been fleshed out quite yet, but I'm sure it will be. Other mods that we have will be the aircraft. The raid consisted of Avengers and Helldivers as bombers and torpedo bombers. So we're going to have the Avengers and then the Helldivers. And then Hellcats, F6Fs, and F4U Corsairs were also present at the battle doing strafing runs on the ships. We have a Corsair mod here. We'll have rockets. And then I also have a skin for the P-47D, which will be a good stand-in today for the F6F Hellcat. Everything else is pretty much as it should be. We're going to have torpedo runs, dive bombing. We're going to do strafing and rocket attacks flying a Corsair. We're going to have the Hellcats on station as well. And in total in the battle, other than the Yamato, which was a huge loss itself and such a great loss of life, they also lost the cruiser and 4 destroyers, as well as another destroyer heavily damaged. So only 3 destroyers were able to make it away from the battle unscathed. Well, as unscathed as it can possibly get. So let's go ahead and jump into the battle. We're going to jump right into the battle. We're going to do strafing runs on the Yamato and probably target another ship as well. Just setting the stage here. We have everything set up and we're good to go. So let's jump into the battle. Alright, we're here in the station in our Corsair. This uses a P-47 cockpit. P-51 rather. We're going to go ahead and set up our rockets. Good to go. Strafing run on them and save our rockets for another one. It hits all along the Yamato, trying to damage its guns. I'm going to tell my flight to engage with ships. Watch out for that delay. Looks like the bombings have already started. Destroyer smoking out there. Here's a destroyer here. I'm going to go ahead and make a good head-on pass at it. Just okay. We're still okay. Let's this seems to be okay for now. For a little bit of altitude here. See, it looks like some others are making rocket runs here, but it's still firing, so they're firing at us now. there. We took some hits. Seem to be doing okay though. Trying to stay as mobile as possible. Stay down here with the Avengers. We got that ship burning. We're making good runs on the Yamato. Good bomb drops, good smoking, torpedo runs. Set up 2 ways of each. Ways we can see torpedo hits all over that. Multiple ways went up against it, but in DCS there's only so much. You see bomb hits all over. Only so much that ship can take those down. There was no Japanese aircraft because they had lost virtually all of their aircraft carriers and just were unable to mount a defense. Let's get a good flyby here with the sinking Yamato. Looks like the back screen of destroyers has not really been hit very hard. Ships. Looks like that aircraft just got good hits on this destroyer out here. It's still firing. Oh, it looks like it just went in. We're dodging and we're dodging and we're strafing. Away. We're going to try to stay low and evasive. Oh, big hit. Oh no, another big hit. And 2. Oh. Let's take a look at what's still left here on the F10 map. It looks like we have 1 destroyer heavily damaged, another destroyer with partial damage here, and then this one has some partial damage. And here's the Yamato sinking. Here's her sinking. Destroyer heavily damaged. This one is largely intact. Yamato going down. Divers. Avengers. Probably wouldn't have used this particular livery. Corsair. 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 This one's hit and it's gonna have to be. I wish this could have been. Right on my Hellcats good. Well, it definitely was. This one looks like it ditched. I guess it did. Definitely took heavier losses than in the actual battle. The Yamato in real life, because this one, it will take heavy damage, then it will have a little explosion effect. And then it will sink either like this, with the front protruding out or the back protruding out. Typically it's the front. But the actual Yamato keeled over, capsized, I believe it did, and then had a huge explosion as the powder magazine went up as it sank. Just looking around, and that's basically that. Damage, some damage, no damage. Yeah, here we go. This is the P-47 playing the part of the Hellcat. The livery is really nice. So you've got the ballistic marks. I can't believe we crashed. Alright, let's go ahead and watch this guy fly on by. We can't and check to see the actual damage. It's relatively like the actual battle. Actually, we're looking here, and I think we could say that ship that was on fire is going to sink. So that would get us to the 5 destroyers. The cruiser was sunk, the Yamato was sunk. So this is actually pretty close to the battle itself. We lost 7 airframes, including myself, instead of 10. But overall, that's pretty close to the actual battle. Successful strikes on the Yamato, sunk it pretty rapidly. Sunk the cruiser, sunk, I'm going to say the 4 destroyers. No, it did sink the 4 destroyers and the heavily damaged one. Alright, yeah, so that's a little bit better than the actual battle, but only by a little bit. And then there were hundreds of planes involved. I just can't throw hundreds of planes in here. But did really well. We got to do our strafing runs, our rocket attacks. That was a lot of fun. Action-packed. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm going to try to get some footage of the Yamato getting sunk. I'm not going to get all the ships. You might see some of them on fire. But I'm going to try to get some footage of at least the Yamato taking hits. Maybe I'll get some torpedo drops and bomb drops. But the Yamato going down. I'm looking forward to when DCS fully fleshes out World War II Pacific and we can fly an actual Corsair or an actual Hellcat out there and have actual ships that they model for that. But these mods actually do a pretty good job filling in for it, especially those ship mods. But I'm really looking forward to what DCS puts out there. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, really helps out the channel. I hope you all enjoyed this battle. It was a lot of fun to put together and a lot of fun to fly, even if we did crash in the end. This has been Imperial Ace. See you in the skies.